Hello Nigerians, hello Africans, hello African Americans. I greet you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Monday. The meaning of my name is Nmoo. That's the gods, the moon god. The gods have woken up. Permit me to use this medium to pass a message to the people of Africa, specifically to my brothers and sisters of this our dear nation, Nigeria. Please, brothers and sisters, I will appeal that you help me pass this message to the following persons. The president of our dear country, Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. Sir, GCFR, I greet you. The vice president of our dear nation, our able prof, Professor Osibanjo, I greet you, sir. Help me pass it to the president of the Senate, President Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan. I greet you, sir. Also to the Deputy Senate President, our brother Obarisi Ovie Omo Agege. I greet you, sir. Pass it to the Speaker of the House of Rep, Femi Bajabie Miller. Help me pass it to the Deputy Speaker, the Deputy Senate Speaker, Ahmed Idris Wasi. I greet you, sir. And also, I will appeal, brothers and sisters, that this message reach the Defense Minister, Bashi Magashi, and he reach our big brother, our big father, Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Erabo. I greet you, sir. Fellow brothers and sisters, I have brought this message at this auspicious August time. They are having a review of the Constitution. Definitely the people are agitating for constitutional review. All of us, we want it. But I am bringing a message from our fathers, from our ancestors, the message our past ancestors left behind, which has not reached us. It was something in vogue in the 16th century, in the 15th century. But of late, contemporary history of the modern world has wiped it off. But I'm bringing back that message. Nigeria is the heart of Nzera-El. People call it Idu, Alindi Duru, or Eka, Alehika. That's Africa. I am from the heart of that land. The heart of it is called Ota, Egbanke, Egba. You have a lot of Egba, you have a lot of Ota, but there is one particular Ota, there's one particular Egbanke, Agba Kene, that's the land that roots. It's just a straightforward literal meaning. The Agba, the Ago, the Agba or Ago, Egba, whatever you call it, the corner, the triangle that roots, Egbanke, Etoto, I'm from part of it. They call it, my place is Ota. I'm one of the Omu Eromo, Omu Ogun Eromo, Omumbiri, Ndi Habiru. Yes. I'm from the family they call Odeze Ale Nzera. Odeze Ale Ka. It was virtually wiped out, but we are still alive. I brought this message to you, my able President Muhammadu Buhari, and all the speaker, the Senate, all of you, House of Representatives, House of Assembly of every state. Now there is a constitutional review committee, and there is so much crisis in the land. We don't want this crisis to go beyond this. We want Nigeria, even West Africa or Africa, to be united. At least China is a country. There are so many countries bigger than us. We can be united. But there is one thing that happened in the past, very mystical. It will take me time to explain. My family, we have written book about it. It's almost out of almost being published. The world will hear about it. Nigeria is Nzera. The real Nzera-El, Israel, anglicized as Israel. Nzera-El, Ali Nzera, Ali Ezale. It's Nigeria. The heart of it is Otanta. Africa was called Otejan, just as Egypt was called The heart of it, from the shrines, the Kyohens, that's the high priest and prophetess that live, they taught me a lot of things. My fathers, my mothers, my ancestors, I learned a lot of things which they themselves could not put together because they had no opportunity of learning most of those contemporary history in the other world. But by my virtue of my education, I've been able to put everything together. Myself, my uncle, all of us, we have seen the fact of the whole thing. We are the Israel, the Idu, the land of the droids, the Meji. We are the heart of the firstborn of the world. From Ishioma Soma, from Akkadian accordion, from Mosopota, from Mesopotamia, all of us, all the histories are there. But that is not the lecture, the story for today. My story for today is that now there is a constitutional review. Mr. President, I'm begging you, let us not prolong this crisis. As they review this constitution, the kings of West Africa, the kings of Nigeria, all those kings, all those Oba, all those Oni, all those Ovie, all those every hereditary king, all those Eze, they should not be given any constitutional role. No constitutional role should be given to them. No constitutional role. Let no constitutional role be given to the kings. They are the evil in our land. They are the instituted, the Arabian, the Arapo, that's what we call them, the Arapo. They were banned in our land. From the time of Cyrus, from the time of Muhammad, from the time of Badian, they came, they conquered Israel. Today the war is still going on. They are trying to Islamize Israel. That's the aim. They are using the Fulani brothers to try to Islamize them. They were the one that was instituted to wipe away Israel. The church united with them, the Christianity, Judaism united with them, Islam united with them, and a lot of interest in the European world because of the past history. We are the Mbirilakene, the blacks. We are the one. We rule the world. We rule from the Germanic world, from Europe, all the whole world. We ruled in the ancient, the medieval world. They killed and killed. That is a lecture for another day. I'm coming up. But my lecture, my missive today is that there is a constitutional review committee going on, House of Senators of Rep. That's why I've called you Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan. That's why I've called you Ovia Omo Agege. That's why I've called you Ahmed Idris Ewasi. That's why I've called you Obarisi. That's why I've called you President Muhammadu Buhari, Professor Osinbajo. All of you, do not allow constitutional role to be given to those kings. They are representative of Ezatan. Ezatan, that's what we call it, Satan. Satan took over the land of the gods. Ogbore, Ogbo-Ora, the land of Ogbora. Nzera-El, that's Israel. Nzera-El, Nzera. That's who we are. Almost all the whole of, from the Ghana, from the Cameroon, from Niger, all of us are. All this you hear, Canaan, we call it Canaan. It's not just Israel. Ikano, Ikadona, Ikale, Ikanuri. There are so many Ika lands. The Arab, the war within the Arab, they pursued us a lot of them. They took over. That was the Hausa states. Before the Fulani came again later to institute all those Fulani Emirates. But we are the Ale Nzera. And when those Fulani, when those first Arab came, when they came, they instituted their kings upon us to wipe away the whole history of Nzera. That's why you see, when you read history, people say, where is Jesus from? I'm not believing saying Jesus existed or not existed. That's another lecture. They will say, where is Israel? Where is this? Where it will be looking for. They will only take our war outpost when we are having issue with Egypt. Egypt, like Karnak, that's Karnak, the first capital of Egypt. They were all land of Nzera. Nzera was like Africa was like a nation. We migrated from Mesopotamia, from Ishioma, from Akkadian, from Germany, Latini, all of them, from all the whole world, Alioma, Omarindika, all of them. The stories are there. The books will explain it. But before the books come out, this constitutional review committee might have done their work. And when they give this role to those kings, they are still institutionalists because they are representing Satan. And from Ota, Ukpota, that's why you hear Uro Ukpota, that's Horo Ukpota, that's Horo Ukpota. It's kept there. And Mota, that's a Mota, you hear them. Mota Benin. Aki, you hear Aki in Ife. We are in the Ife, that's what we are. In the Ife more. Go and read Hebrew Bible. They are all there in history, but if you can't put it together, you will not understand. But I'm appealing to you, President. I'm appealing to you, Muhammadu Buhari. I'm appealing to you, Professor Simbanjo. I'm appealing to you, Ahmed Lawan. I'm appealing to you, Obarisi Ovia Omoagege. I'm appealing to you, to Femi Bajabi Miola. All of you, do not let constitutional right to be given to those Onis, to these baales, to these onogies, to this Eze, because they represent Satan. That is why the white race supersedes us. They were planted there by the Arab because there were issues. They are all there. I'm telling you, I'm from Obieromo, Ogun, Omubiri, Ndi Habiru. That is Ota. Omuagbakene from Egbanke. The Egbanke was, they call it Iduake. People know, they say they run away from Iduake. They nobody ran away from Benin. It was Iduake, then Aka. That was the land where the kings, where Oduduwa was the last straw. Oduduwa was the last straw that scattered our land. He was our son. But the Arab who used him to lower our defenses. We walk spiritually. Then later on, they overshadowed us. Christianity was from our land. Islam himself, Islam was from our land. Muhammad, they were from there. And all those are stories that are coming. The war that is going on is because the Arab world still want to Islamize Al Nzera. They want to Islamize Nzera-El. It has been ongoing. Look at where they passed. Ethiopia. How is Ethiopia? Look at Sudan. How is Sudan? Look at Egypt. Everywhere they passed. Crisis, poverty, enslavement. They were the first that started enslaving all the children of Israel. Al Nzera. To pursue us. Then they planted their kings, their children. When they killed, when our Oduduwa was our son, but he betrayed us. That is not the issue for today. He was from my clan, or Daisy of Alekal, or Daisy of Al Nzera. That's the family he came from. The stories are all there. It's not forgotten. Our father passed it, but because of the killing of the Obas, having eyes on a banker, having eyes on Omo Ogun, having eyes on Omo Eromo, Omo Terum Ogun, all of us simmer down. Everybody lied low. But we should not forget, this is the new generation. Let no constitutional role be given to the kings. If you give them, you are still institutionally Satan upon Africa. That's the poverty. Look at Africans, wherever black nation. Look at the black Americans nations in South America. Have they succeeded? You think they don't have brain? They are not intelligent? Satan is sitting on top of Africa. Satan is sitting on top of black. That's why we tell you Ota Bingan. Go it Ota. OTA, Bingan, Ota is Africa, Otejan, that's Africa first name. Ota, Otejan, Otanta is my community. I'm from Idumo Ogun, Omogun, Habiru, Omumbili, Omuake. My land is Agbake is the capital of Al Nzera. The stories, everything is there. The map of the hexagonal map of how do they call it? Ishiota Ndiefida. They call it a star of Ndiefida or city of Ndiefida. We call it Ishita, Ishiota, Ndiefida, Ida Orada. We have Orada. We have all the Modogon, all the more of ancient. Our God is Angu and wine. That's where here Yahweh. Iya wine. Yahweh. That's all this there by Busa. If is our town or yes our that's another history. But I'm begging you, because before the Bush finally come out, the constitutional review might have made a mistake by bringing those kings. Because what we need is mayor. Mayor is what we need in all Africa, wherever the black nation or West Africa. Let the kings go. They have eaten their cake. They have had it. They are the Arab blacks. They are the black Arabs. They were with their wickedness. They change our religion. We are polytheistic, fine, but they change our religion to satanic worship. Blood sacrifice. I know my maternal family was so almost 600 years they were living in the shrine, marked like Kanuri people. Yes, we are part of the Jukuns, but African, we don't talk about race. We don't talk about tribe, because we do not have blood tribes. Our tribes are religious. Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, all of them. There is no, I said, it's not by blood, it's by religion, by the God you worship. That was what became tribe. I will explain those one. But what I want to appeal to President Muhammadu Buhari, do not allow any constitutional role to be given to the emirs, to the obas, to the onis, to the Eze, to the Obi, to any of them. And because if you do it, when people get to hear the whole history, they will be uprooted. Mayor is what we want. No, let them. We don't want them again. We don't want them. If you see the story, they were just brought. That was why they seized your port. When they say Egypt cream mortar. That's cream mortar. Benin came again. They seized Okpota. The Akion, they took it to Efe. So all the shrines, even Britain, the throne of Britain is sitting on top of one of our destiny when we were there. They are part of us. We call them Agon Shazwoni, Anglo-Saxons. We are Germanic people. We are Europeans. We did it. The whole Africa came from the whole world. We did it. It was by Exodus, not the biblical Exodus. We all came, migrated to break a covenant. That covenant has not been broken, and there is still a curse upon Africa. And Satan is sitting upon the children of Ogbora, the children of the gods. We are the firstborn of the gods. All the world from India or from China, all of them came after us. English is a language from us. Eka is the main language. We call it Okwane, that's Eka. Although the people are answering Okwane as a tribe. Okwane in Egypt. Egypt is our language. English is part of our language. And I will go there. But I am appealing to everybody. The book will be out. But before it be out, let the constitution not be reviewed. And you see the Obas, everybody, because they are now working together, trying to realize. They have heard our stories. They know the tricks are out. They are Arabian blacks. I'm not saying they are not part of Israel. That's not what I'm saying. Everybody came to worship God. Both the one worshiping the Satan, the bad God or the good God, that's not my business. I'm not judging. But let there be equality in this land. They have done enough human sacrifice. They sold human beings, their brother and sister, as slaves. They knew it was not everybody that was sold. They were tribes. We were my maternal lineage was enslaved here in this land. It was part of them that was enslaved in the shrine that I came out from. The Jukuns, the Das, the Kanuri, all those words you see Kateja. When you say Kataji, Ikatije, yes, Katej. All of us, Ika story. All of them are there in history. All those who say they are fighting for a fair, they are fighting for a lorry. There are reasons behind them. But now the Islam, hideously, because they took our books. We started history. We started everything, writing the history of Bible before they redacted the Bible. They twisted the Bible upside down. We started writing. We started civilization. That civilization, the God has promised that is going to continue in that same land. It will only take time, but it will not tarry. It will take time, but it will not tarry to come to be. The whole world, they know about it. We alone, the blacks, don't know it. So as we are reviewing this, because this constitutional review might be a success. That's why I'm bringing this message to you, Muhammadu Buhari, our Igbo president. Be strong. I love Mazi Kanu. I love Igbo. Don't you see the Igbo? To tell you all the world, we are all the same. Kano, Kaduna, up to Niger, up to Cameroon, up to Ghana. Especially heart of the land was here in Nigeria. The capital was Ota. That's where incidentally the man the Arab used was Oduduwa. We call it Kalaja. Ika, look at him, Kalaja. All his name, Eweka, all his children's name, all the name them, all the name Yoruba name we call them. All of them are Ika. The kings know these things. They don't want to tell you that we are Israeli because they have gotten an agreement with the Christendom, the Judaism of old, the Islam. They entered agreement. They institutionalized them after Satan planted them there to sit upon the children of God, so that the world creation that was ongoing would be stagnated. But the secret is out. I'm not an evangelist, but I was blessed as an Ohe. I grew up under Kyohe. We call Kyohe. That's high priest of the land. They all pass it one after the other to their nest. The four ancient shrines of Israel. Israel is polytheistic. They are not Jews. They are not Judaism. We see people saying we are Jews. Those are stories for another day. But I'm appealing to you, Muhammadu Buhari, please, so that the war would, so that even we beg Mazi Kanu them, IPOP them, we beg Igboho them, we beg Middle Belt, we beg Middle Bender people, we beg all the aggrieved people. I'm not saying Fulani is Nigeria. They are not Nigeria. We know even they are playing Lekota. They name it again after Ota, the same Ota. Either it means they are going back to Ota, or there is like Ota, that's Lake Ota, their capital in Senegal. because we knew their history of Fulani, your people. We knew their history from Songhai, how they were banished, from Mali, from all they've been making this trouble. Even when they came, our history, how they interacted with our ancestors were there. That's what we call them. Those that use head. We rejected Islam. Islam, Allah is our own God. Is the God they name after our God. Allah. So please, I'm begging you, when they review this constitution, do not give any constitutional role to the Obas or to the Eze or to the enogie them. Please, let mayors start be as is done in Europe, in America, everywhere. Let the mayors start ruling us. Intelligent people, let them, so that they alliance with the local government, alliance with the state government, alliance with federal, and develop us. We are the most intelligent race in the whole world. Yet, see how backward we are. Go to the Americans. Go to the English land, Europe. Go to Asia. Go everywhere. You see how my brains are working. Yet we are fighting poverty everywhere, stagnation everywhere. The whites are laughing us. Whenever I travel out, I see how they mock us. Go to the computer programming, everything. Even though do of FA, is it not the same language the computer uses? To tell that we have known about computer language before the language, how many thousands of years ago? Yet we are so backward. Nigeria is the reality, and it's time for us to wake up. The gods are waking up to avoid causing more trouble. Please, I beg you, do not give constitutional role to the kings. Let there be mayors. Mayors start ruling from the villages, from the towns, from every community, every city. Let us start electing. At least our bicameral legislature was copied after United States of America. Why would you be having backward people, non-entities ruling us? People look at, you know the one of the major reasons why we are backward. If you are a good asthma, you are a good carpenter, Oba they will say, no, I owe you. You must come to the palace and start doing it. Everybody redundant. When you get there, you do not go back. If you are a good goldsmith, Oba they catch you. You are very good. Oba will say, bring him. It's my subject. Let him carry good goldsmith for us. Or you become practically a prisoner. If you are a good hunter, you are far in Igbo land. Fisherman hunter, Oba they hear he catches you. Oba will say, go and bring him. They bring you to the palace. Finally, you are like a slave. You start doing it for Oba. Every in the what we call it, every act of ingenuity, every act of knowledge, intelligence, he stifled it for centuries. That's why we are backward like this. Wherever you can, if you are a good writer, they banish writing. If you are a good writer, Oba will seize you. The kings will seize you. Come to the palace and be doing it for me, so that I become the only rich man in the whole land. That is what politicians are copying. All the commonwealth of the community, politicians make sure it's here. They rule like kings. They rule like all those kings. They are imitating all those kings. And yet you want to put them in constitutional positions. They are now interwoven. This Oba will go and meet the Emir. Emir will go and meet the Caliphate. Caliphate will go and meet this. They are all trying, knowing the secret. Yet they don't want the word. We should be proud of our heritage. We should be proud of our ancestors. If we know our history, we understand our present. If we know our history and understand our present, we'll be able to plan to the future. Yet they've kept it secret. They knew all these things. I beg you, the State House of Assemblies. I beg you, House of Rep. I beg you, House of Senate. President Muhammadu Buhari, please, Professor Simbajo, you are an intelligent man. Do not allow any constitutional role to be given to all those things. If you do it, this war you are seeing, it will not end. It will not end. That is the basic problem. Let us give the land, let us acknowledge the gods. They are the owner of they alone are the kings. That's the name of the land. Nzera-El Nzera. Nze, that's king. Re is God. Ali Nzera, that's the naming. Nobody called Joseph's son. Those are the lies. Cyrus and his children. The people, when they redated the Bible, the lies they lied. Israel was Israel. Who told you? Israel was Ali Nzera. Nze, we call it Zora. There's a shrine, Nzera-El. We know the whole history, how we came from, even you, how we came from Ali, Nodika, how we came, the story is there. Ali Germany, Ali Russia, how we came from, the Arapo, madness, the Arapo, Arabia. They are the one that came, Cyrus. We left them, we took our tribe written. Even our Moeka, is only one Moeka they carried to Mecca. That's another story. Moeka, when they came, they conquered the land. They took one of our shrines. They came to take Allah. Allah was a fire in the ground, El. They took Moika. Moka, they installed it there. They now have Mecca. Everybody's rushing there to Mecca. They said we are the ones striving idol. But then they said, what are they worshiping in Mecca? Is it not the same idol? Our own said they took it from us. We are the Mohika. They took it there. They said Moika. We think we knew the stories are there. We want peace to reign. Nobody wants crisis and war. We had enough. But I'm begging you, let this crisis stop. Let us not institutionalize crisis in our land. To do it is do not institutionalize these kings. They have eaten their cake. Their time is up. Let them go and sit. Let all of us start working for the progress of individual humanity. They enslaved everybody. They scattered everybody. They live above law. They have no contribution. Mayors is what we need. America exists. There's no king. Go and look the whole world. They overthrow. Let them not have violent overthrow. We do not want violent overthrow. We do not want crisis. Constitution should not give them any role. It has been said. I might not come out to say it again. I have other history I want to teach the world. So please, my brothers, my sisters, pass this message to Buhari. Pass this message to Ibrahim Lawan, to Omo Agege, to Idris Wasi, to Lucky Rabo, General Lucky Rabo. At least the president has his ears. To Bashi Magashi. At least most of this, Rabo will understand the language I'm speaking. Where all these words he does not understand, ask him, he will know. And you omu and you omu animal, and you omu ake the ark, and you omu lacking. Please, no king. All bad them. They sat upon us. Look at this. Read my webpage with time. I will teaching it what my mothers taught me, what my fathers taught me, what the QS of Nzera-El, what they taught us. Will be bringing up the books. The book will come out very soon. In a matter of months, the book would have been published. So all the history, how the Bible lied against the black race, try to make the Arab people, the Arab, try to make us slave forever. Ali Rebo, that's Ali Rebo, Ali Arabo, that's Arab. Wickedness, they student our children for thousands of years. They've made Africa, the black race, backward. We must wake up. We must arise to break and start rebuilding the altar and the temple. To break and start rebuilding the altar and the temple is to institutionalize all the kings, remove them, let them. We are all the same. I have a right as one of the lineage of the Odes of Ali Nzera or days of Aleka. I'm supposed to be more than even them, but that is not what we are saying. It is high time we wake up. Greetings to you, President Muhammadu Buhari, Senate President, Speaker, House of Assembly of every state, Edo State Governor Oba Sarki. I greet you all. I hope this message gets to you. It's a serious one. I might be nobody. I'm not even asking for a name. I might be nobody, but what I'm appealing is let these things be heard, because in future, if you leave them there, they are all clamoring, they have power, they have money, all the politicians are in their pocket. If they are there, this crisis will continue. We will not develop. We'll be backwards forever. The white race will keep laughing us. They know who we are, yet we don't know who we are. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you, my sisters. I greet you all. May the blessings of Ora, the gods, may the blessings of Igodo, may the blessings of Ndi Jovia, may the blessings of Elohimi, Ndi Elohimi Romi Elohimi them. May the blessings of Ndi Da, may the blessings of Ndi Fodu, may the blessings of Ali Nyali Ota may be upon Nigeria, upon the whole world. It's So, my brothers and sisters, let me give a summary of what I'm saying, because the way I talk, perhaps you might not understand me very well. First and foremost, let me start from the preamble. All those kings you see in our land, they are institutions of Satan, Satan, the devil. The devil overran when the children of Nzera, our elders, our fathers, when they sinned, they went to sin somehow. The evil God they had issue with the gods. Temporarily or whatever, I don't know, that is history, religious history. Satan overtook the land. That's what they told us mystically. The evil God overtook the land. Became the throne of Oteja. Oteja is the name of Africa. The throne of Otanta. It was put in a place they call Tanta, which is a banker, the capital of Otanta, which is now became the capital of Nzera-El or Ali Nzera. So when our ancestors sinned also, that's like biblical story, the same thing. They wrote it, but they redated it so much. This evil God took over. God abandoned us, kind of. So that thing took over for years. But the final thing was that when the Arapo, the Indian Arapo, that's we call them mad people, that's Arab, Indian Arapo. When they now took over, they came, they were used. Even the church, the Islam, all of them, they are not what they are. They glitter like gold, they are not gold. Israel are polytheistic. God told all those gods, you see, Jehovah, Elohim, Shabbata, all of them are different gods. Their temples are around us there in Nigeria. We all know their whole, both in the north, the south, the west, their temple, those temple they talk on the Bible, they are all the real ancient temple, the star god temple. The Angu, the Songodo, we call it Oshogodo, Songodo. Anyway, I want to give you a breakdown. So those evil ones took over that land. This thing continued. At the final end of it, they were able to plant their children. The Arapo people planted the black one, the black children as kings. And those kings are expanding. They started bringing their brothers, their own son, their son. All those kings you are see, they are all lineage. Both the northern former Hausa kings, they overthrew, the Fulani overthrew them. They are all the same Arab, both the Fulani. They are related. All this Yoruba, all this one Yoruba Obas, all this Ezora in Igbo, Arochukwu, all of them. They are all the same Obatala. They are all the same. They started employing, the evil gods started implanting the Alose, started planting them. Since that time they planted those kings, Africa started going backward. The or the black started going backward. Why the black was ruling the world? As you know, we that built Egypt, you know that built Ishoma, you know that built even the Europe. We were there, we lived there. Stonehenge. It's Ogun, we call it Igufriye, that's Igufriye, they call it the same Stonehenge. Those stories are different. Our parents, they did not forget those things. It's written down in their history. I said it somewhere. The alphabet you see is written in a Ka language. The 1, 2, 3 you see is written in a Ka language, a Banke language. It's a story, history. It's sure the 1, 2, 3 you read is the story of Exodus. The same story. The alphabet you see is a story. All those things are story. The triangle is a story. Star, Rombo, all of them are stories. Which the people kill, they decode it, they know. We have compared, all of them are correct. But what I'm begging that when Satan sat upon Africa, sat upon Nigeria, there is nothing the black race can do. That's why the whites are having a little leverage. That temple, that altar and temple must be rebuilt for Africa for black race to start waking up. When we work Pugbono, that's hypnosis. That's hypnosis. English call it hypnosis. We call it hypnosis. Hypnosis, English call it hypnosis. We are like hypnotized people. Till those kings are uprooted, black race is going nowhere. We don't need them. They are not essential. Mayor is what we need. Every village, may just like Europe and this thing. So that's what I'm begging. Let it not be as if you understand what I'm saying. Those kings must be uprooted because they are representative of a Satan. Satan is in the spiritual realm. They are the physical representatives of Satan, a Satan, a Zota. Our ancestors said when they conquered them, killed and killed, and later on they started selling them. That's slavery. Then the transatlantic slavery came. All of them. Then the white men tried to save us because even the Anglo-Saxons were part of us in this same altar. When you say Ago Lazune, Ago Lasiazune, it's our language. English, anyway, I've said that English is our language. You get to understand. I'm saying the truth before God and man. So please do not let the kings have a constitutional rule. Give them an exit. Give them an exit. Let them have how they can exit out of the kingship so that we start electing mayors. That is what we need for progress. So that we become competitive, become productive, we become energized. Not that anybody that progress they were doing the olden days, you are good. They say, go to the Oba, go to the Oni, go to the this. They hook the civilization. They hook development. So please, my brothers, my sisters, I'm not a madman. I'm not a dullard neither. I am as read as every professor. People that knows me know every degree in the world, I have it. But I have to speak my language. I have to speak the language that you understand. I'm not trying to bring about grammarian. So please, I'm not one of those political YouTubers. No, I'm not one of them. That's why you can see my production is as low as it can be. I just want to pass a message to the President Muhammadu Buhari, to the Senate President, to the Speaker of the House of Rep, and to every House of Assembly. I know it takes a lot to review Constitution. The moment they are there in the Constitution, it's going to be difficult for us to expunge. So now that they are trying to review it, they should be expunged. No constitutional role should be given to the kings, because to rebuild Africa, to uplift the black race, they are the first thing that should be uprooted before we start talking of building the altar and rebuilding the temples. That's the spiritual angle. If you forsake the spiritual angle, the crisis of the black race, look at our brothers in America. They are suffering. Look at them in South Africa, South American countries. Crisis. Everywhere you find the black, it is because of that institution of those kings. They are spiritually holding the black race down. Removing them, what does it cost us? America, do they have kings? Look at the Europes. It's only British this thing, but even that, it has no constitutional role virtually. Just their figurehead. We don't want them as figurehead. Let there be mayors. I greet you all. Just an addition. Continue listening to my story. Thank you.